Hi, everybody. So, um, I'm starting this new thing, and I'm going to do this podcast slash YouTube just to share what's going on in my life with the good people of the interwebs. So, my name is Julie Jones. I am from the Master's Division, also Julie Jones Coaching, and I decided I would hop on and give you an update on what's been happening in the past year since I recorded my last podcast. I did podcast, um, geez, I don't even remember how long ago it was, but mostly around the CrossFit Games. I'll come back to the CrossFit Games maybe in a later podcast and talk about that, but I wanted to give you an update on what's going on now, where I've been, what my plans are, and what you can expect from this podcast. So, let's see. In 2023, as you may know, if you follow me on Instagram for the Masters Division, I joined street parking so that I could start working out at home. So it's a CrossFit style workout platform that you can do at home. And their sort of tagline is consistency is key. And all that you need is a pair of dumbbells to work out. And it doesn't take hours. You don't need to be spending hours in the gym. You can do workouts as short as 10 minutes up to an hour. Just depends on what you're feeling like during the day. But I really love their programming because I'm not able to get to a CrossFit gym anymore. This sort of fulfills that need of doing the high intensity workouts coupled with some strength, some endurance, all these things. And so I just actually celebrated my 65th day of workouts, which is a really big milestone. So I love the program. I'm always trying to get people to join. I am not sponsored, but it's a great program. You should check it out if you don't have access to a gym. A lot of people don't have one geographically near them. They don't have the time to go. That was my case. I don't have a gym near me that I'm able to get to during the times that I'm able to work out. So it works out perfectly. I work out with a group of friends on Zoom every night, and I love it. I joined street parking in April 2023. And then in 2024, a couple things happened. I signed up to work with a nutrition coach through CBG Nutrition, Consistency Breeds Growth Nutrition. I'm no longer tracking macros, and I loved it. I've seen some good success. I was looking for some body recomposition and also workout improvement. I've seen my strength numbers go up. I've seen some of my Metcon numbers go up. I'm really enjoying the program. I'm actually almost coming to the end of my coaching, but I'm going to continue with their methodology even beyond the coaching time. Last year, I also ran two 5K races, which is going to be like the crux of what I'm going to talk about today. I decided that I wanted to run 5Ks. Now, I used to run 5Ks all the time from 2011 to about 2015. Running was about the only thing I did. I got myself up to running about 3 miles a day, probably 4 to 5 days a week. And so I would sign up for local 5Ks. And in fact, I believe it was 2014, I signed up for 10 races. It was one of those situations where I found out I got my tax refund and I just went online and signed up for 10 races, kind of like all within a couple of days of each other. And I knew that if I had these races scheduled, that I would continue to train for them. That was probably one of the most fun years of my running career. I had so much fun and I traveled. I got to go to, I think the farthest I went was actually Boston. And it wasn't a 5K, it was a Spartan race that I went to to mentor some folks and be sort of like a buddy to a team that was doing it through the Biggest Loser program at the time. Oh, what a problematic program. I met some great people through it. But it was fun to go up there and do a Spartan race, a stadium race with that group. Let's see, in 2025, well, back actually fall 2024, I started to train for a powerlifting meet. Now, I'd never done a powerlifting meet outside of the in-house ones that my old affiliate did just for fun and to like give people experience, but I've never done an actual professional one. So I had to register and get a powerlifting membership card for, I think it's the United Powerlifting Association, I believe. I have a membership to that. And I dedicated most of the fall of 2024, I would say maybe late August through January, preparing for that. I went to that meet in January and had really significant PRs on all three lifts, the back squat, the bench, and deadlift. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed preparing for it. And then I followed up with an Olympic lifting event, which I also saw some PR. So I'm going to attribute that to, one, changing my nutrition, because now I am fueling myself for my workouts and for daily life. And when I feel properly fueled, the workouts, they may be challenging, but I don't feel destroyed after them, and I don't feel destroyed for days. It's been a very long time since I felt sore the day after of a workout, and I really attribute that to the nutrition and adding some balance into my life. So that's what I've been doing. But one of the things that I decided to do this year was to try some new things. I really wanted to do a High Rocks. Unfortunately, I missed the deadline to register for the one nearest me, which was in DC. And I don't think, so far on the schedule, they don't have another one in DC, at least in 2025. I think the closest one will be in November in Chicago. And I'm not 100% sure I want to sign up for my first High Rocks and have to fly there. Like, I'd rather do it kind of near to home. Just to be on the safe side, especially because I really want to do it in a pairs team. I don't want to do it solo the first time, although maybe eventually one day I will. So I was like, well, what else could I sign up for? So I put a poll out because I knew I really have been wanting to start running again. And as it turns out, starting in May, Street Parking is doing a 3-month focus on endurance. So it's either for running, for rowing, for the bike, or you can mix and mingle any one of them. And I really wanted to start running again. And so again, since I do well running with a purpose in mind, I decided that I was going to run a race. So I looked up the races in my area to see what was coming up. And there were a number of 5K races, and there were a number of 5K/10K races. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I put a poll on Instagram and asked people which one I should do. And 67% of the people said I should do a 10K. So guess who signed up for a 10K? And honestly, I think I was going to do the 10K regardless, but I just wanted to see what people were going to say. And I say I signed up for the 10K. I knew I was going to sign up for the 10K only because I've only done one in my life. I've probably done, 10, 15 5Ks. I know how that feels. I know how to train for that. I did train for the 10K, but I didn't use a program that year. So 2014, I never used a program. So I just went out and ran. And then I increased my distances until I hit 6.2 miles. I now know that that's not the best way of training for a 5K or 10K or any other amounts of K that you want to run. So I decided I would sign up for 10K and train for it properly. So that's what I'm going to do. In September 14th, I believe, 2025, I'm going to be doing the police pace 10K race up in Ellicott City, right near my home. So it should be fun. I'm going to start training for it soon. I'm actually going to do the 5K training first and then switch over to the 10K training, only because I haven't been running much at all since last fall. So I don't want to jump directly into the 10K training. I would rather do the 5K and then switch over to the 10K. And plus I have so much time. I have time to do both programs. So that's what I'm going to do. So one, if you guys have any suggestions, I will take them down below, or you can send them on Instagram at the Masters Division, and I will see what I think and respond to what I can. But that's what's been going on. I also have tickets to go to the age group CrossFit games. Now, originally I was planning to go to Albany to see the individuals and the teams. That didn't really work out well, and as the number of elite athletes who decided not to participate in the season got larger, it became clear to me that not a lot of the athletes that I really want to see are going to be there. Whereas I've always wanted to go see the age groups compete. I love watching the teens and the older folks, mostly because they represent, to me, in my mind, they represent the CrossFit community even more so than the individuals, because these are the folks that you're going to see in your local affiliate. So that weekend, I believe, is the third weekend in August in Columbus. So it'll be my first time going to Columbus, first time being able to see the age group. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'll keep it posted on that. But in the meantime, one of my goals with restarting this podcast is to document my training towards the 10K and then whatever else may come along. I've been recording my workouts a lot, but I think that I want to do this a little differently and share my progress in hopes that it might inspire somebody. I mean, honestly, the reason why I even decided to do this was because I've been following, if you guys know, the YouTube channel Team Richie. So it's Craig Ritchie and Jasmine Caborn. They've been doing this. They've had their channel, I believe now, about 8 or 9 years. They have really great content, fitness-related content. And a few months ago, Jasmine, who was not really a big fan of running, decided she wanted to get into running and just completed her very first marathon maybe a week or so ago. And it's just been inspiring to watch that process of her beginning to love running and to go through the training. Like, she went through a structured plan, go through that, and then be able to complete the marathon. And she ran the entire time and finished the marathon in, I believe, 4 hours and 40 minutes. It was really inspiring for me. She ran and donated money to charity. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to do that, because I believe the race that I'm signed up for itself is raising money. But if there's an opportunity to raise more money, I will let you guys know and let you find out how you can also contribute. So, having said that, again, if you have any advice, if you have any tips, if you are a huge athletic brand like Go Ruck or Hustle Made or Reebok or I don't know who, and you just feel like sponsoring a random person to do a 5K who will promise to wear your clothing during their training, I am here. I'm willing to do that, as long as you're like a size inclusive company and you have good values, I would love that opportunity. So I think that's it. I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the podcast on whatever podcast app you're listening on. If you're on the YouTube, like and subscribe. Share your tips down below. And I'll see you in the next one.